So you got your bait, you got your rods, you got your water. Problem is, it's a 10,000 acre lake. So what do? How do you know where to begin? In this video, I'm going to show you the tools that I use to catch catfish year round. So here lately, just about every time that I go fishing, I've been able to get on some fish. Not all of them are great fish, that's why I haven't made videos out of them, but I've been catching a lot of them. And there's really one tool that I've been using exclusively to help me find these fish. And I'm going to show you what it is, and I'm going to show you how to use it. So it's real simple. If you have a cell phone or anything like that, if you got a computer at home, you can use this app. That's right, it's an app. So if you're one of these older people and you're like, I don't want to use an app to catch fish, I've never needed an app, that's okay. I wouldn't say that you're doing it wrong, but I would say that maybe you're not doing it as good as you could be doing it. That was definitely the case for me. When I discovered this app, it completely changed everything for me. It gave me direction. It gave me an ability to plan out my trips 5 trips down the road. Like I knew where I was going. And I didn't have to sit around and think and go to here and then go to here and then go to here. No, I already knew exactly what I was doing. And that app is called Navionics. Now, if you go to your app store and you type in Navionics web app, that's not what's going to come up. It's actually going to come up some boating and sailing app. That's the same app. They just changed the name of it. It's $55 for the subscription. It lasts an entire year and you get a lot of cool stuff with it. It's basically a GPS with a way better function. It is literally a underwater topographic map that tells you exactly what is underneath the water. For example, right here where I'm sitting, this is what this looks like, and this is why I've been having such a productive time here. Okay, so you've got right out in front of me, you've got our creek channel, the old creek bed that this lake was actually dammed up to make this lake. This creek bed runs right through here. Right out here in front of me, you can see there's actually somewhere where they dropped a tree. So there's a ton of life in here. But there's one more aspect of this place that makes it even more special, and that is just the sheer amount of bait that lives in here. It's absolutely incredible, and that's why these fish are here. Let's just go down the road just a little bit and I'll show you another spot. This right here is a boat ramp that's just right down the road from where I'm sitting right now. And as you can see, this creek bed comes right in, makes a U shape right into the boat dock. This is going to be an excellent place to fish. The only reason I haven't fished it lately is because this lake has been completely froze over. Like complete. But as you can see, this makes a really interesting topographic area right underneath the water. And you would have absolutely no idea if you're a bank fisherman. Things are just tough for bank fishermen. Right? This is a tool that kind of helps put you on par with everybody else. This is how I find fish most of the time. I use this app and it shows me what the water looks like underneath. So I don't have to spend time going to this bank, that bank, and that bank. I already know the bank I'm going to and I know exactly where I need to put my baits. Now if you say, Dave, I don't want to spend $55 for an app. Like I don't want to do it. That's fine. I don't. I use the free version. The free version, you don't actually go to the app store. If you download the free version, it'll give you like a 2-week trial, all that good stuff. You can use it. I used it, and I just found that I could use it without the subscription. So I go to the internet browser version, and I also use my regular GPS, my regular Google Maps, and I use those together to figure out where exactly I am and where exactly I need to put my bait. So you can use these two apps in conjunction with one another and to help you find fish. Let's move over just a little bit more down the lake and I'll show you another spot that's really interesting. This is actually an underwater bridge from the original creek bed. This whole valley was flooded. Well, guess what? There was a bridge over the original creek. It's now underwater. I don't know if that bridge is destroyed. Sometimes they destroyed the bridges before they went ahead and flooded them. Sometimes they didn't. This is another area that is of interest and we're definitely going to fish this year. With this app, it literally hands you the keys to the kingdom, right? And you can do this with literally every single lake that's been mapped, and most of them have been. Even some of those really small ones that are in my area, they've mapped them too. The Ohio River is mapped. The Mississippi is mapped. The Missouri is mapped. There's a ton of rivers. The Iowa River is mapped. So there's a completely different lake that's just to the south of me that I also planned on fishing. And it's another like 10,000 acres. So how do you even know? Well, I opened up my Navionics app and I went right to the spot where I knew I was going to fish. Right here, this place this boat ramp right here. It's got a dock that comes out, and it's got a nice little creek bed that comes right up to it with a submerged bridge. I'm super excited about heading down there and fishing that spot. There's a ton of other factors that come into play. So things like bait. You won't always find fish on these creek beds, right? And really, if you're going to fish these creek beds, you want to fish the outer edges of them, also known as your main channel ledges, right? You want to fish those ledges. Those are extremely productive areas. Fish like catfish hunt along those ledges, and they'll travel great distances through those lakes. But I know some of you are saying, whoa, 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 Dave, you're cherry picking your own spots. It's your home state. Fair enough. It's fair enough. So recently I put out a poll where I asked some of you guys, tell me the name of your lake or the state that you live in. Pick one. There were two states that were picked the best, Ohio and Illinois. Okay, so let's just start with Ohio. What is that? You guys will tell me if I get a bite, right? Because I don't have an idea. I'm not even looking. All right, look. So let's pick a lake, any baby lake. Okay, what is this? Rocky Fork Lake. So if you live in Ohio and you live near Rocky Fork Lake, let's just take a peek at this lake. I have no idea how big it is. It doesn't look very big. Maybe it is big, I don't know. Alright, so all the things that stand out to me. First and foremost, this end of the lake got a lot of super big depth changes. I really like that. So right here along this bank, boom, look at that. It goes from 0 to like 34 feet of water in less than 100 feet from the bank. Right here on this inlet, you've got shallow water, you got docks, you've got bait all over this place. There's probably a lot of fish hanging out right here. And here over here, here's another big steep drop off, and then it comes to a point. Another good area. I really like this channel that runs right through here. And look at all these docks. There's a big marina. Oh my goodness. I bet there's tons of bait just stacked up all along this bank. This whole bank right here would be an excellent place to catfish. Got your dam up here. Ooh, it's a deep lake. Ooh. What does that say? Does this say 41 feet? That's pretty good. But you got a boat ramp here. That would be an excellent place. That's obviously public access. Alright, so cool. So as you guys can see, if you live in any one of these little lakes here, here's another spot I really like. This comes up. So if you're a bank fisherman, you're going to come in here and you're going to look at this. Now obviously you're limited to only the areas that you have public access to, of course. What's this? This looks like a pier. That's really interesting. Okay. Well, let's say you're in a boat. Where would you go? Well, I'll tell you what. I really like this island right here. I like this point. This whole point right here. Right? I like this hole. There's a nice deep hole coming right off of this. A lot of bait is going to be all along this bank. A lot of bait. And the bait is also going to be up here. And it's going to be over here. This end of the lake right here, this is where I would spend most of my time. All right. So the other place that was most highly requested was Illinois. What the hell lake is this? Ooh, what is this? What lake is this again? Carlisle Lake. Never seen this lake before. Oh my goodness, what am I looking at right here? Okay. So here you've got an obvious creek channel that runs right here through the west side of this creek. No, through the west side of this lake. That's pretty cool. Got another creek channel. It looks like a smaller creek system that came up through here. It's not a very deep lake. What is this? Ooh. This would be a really interesting place in the wintertime. It's got a submerged bridge right here, so if you're in a boat, man, this would be an excellent place. It's got a lot of contour here. So what I look for are channels with areas that also have bait nearby. It could be structure that's holding bait, and that bait can come in the form of panfish, or most importantly, shad. I'm almost always looking for shad, right? Like shad, catfish follow shad big time, and that's mostly what I'm looking for, and that's really why I've been concentrating on this spot, because there's a ton of shad here, and they're easy to get, even though I actually tore my cast net up. Oh no. Gotta go get a new one. So there it is. Main channel edges, find bait, find fish. I hope this video helps you guys out a lot. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. And as always, I'll see you in the next